Okay. So, can somebody tell, okay, Srishti, what is the life of a trademark once registered?
Sir, it is 10 years from
It
the
is
date of filing.
from the date of filing. Okay, great. So, we have discussed that earlier. Whenever a trademark is registered, the life of a trademark is 10 years, right? After that, you need to renew it. And it doesn't matter how many times you can renew, means a trademark can be renewed indefinitely multiple times, provided that you pay the fee which is required by the trademark registry in order to renew it. And it will be renewed after every 10 years. Okay. I think many of you are aware about other types of intellectual property, and I'll talk specifically for next 2 minutes about patents. So, for example, patents is another intellectual property that is growing very big time in India and has a lot of scope in India in the coming years. And if I talk about patents, they have a life of around 20 years. They have a life of 20 years from the date of filing. But the difference between patent and trademark is you cannot renew patent. It means once 20 years are expired, once 20 years are lapsed, you cannot renew a patent. It will be expired and anybody can use your patent. That is a difference between patent and trademark. A trademark can be renewed indefinitely many times, multiple times after every 10 years by paying fee. But a patent cannot be renewed once it is expired after 20 years. If 20 years has been lapsed, then anyone can use my patent, my invention without even asking for my permission. So that is a basic difference between a patent and a trademark. Always remember this, okay? That's why companies who have trademark after every 10 years, they try to renew it so that they continue to maintain their ownership and prevent others from using that. But in case of a patent, it cannot happen. Once 20 years are expired, then anybody can use your invention even without asking for your permission. Is this clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, can somebody please confirm if my screen is visible to you or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It is.
Okay, great. Fine. A trademark is only valid for 10 years, after which it needs to be renewed and it can be renewed multiple times. Please remember there is no time limit that whether I can renew it once or twice or thrice. No, you can renew it as many times as you want after paying the fee. We will talk about the fee later on. Now, the application for renewal of a trademark is form TMR. It is a specific form similar to TMA form that is purposely and specifically designed to be filled whenever you want to renew a trademark application. Okay. And please remember the application does not need to be necessarily filed by the registered owner of the trademark. It can be done by an authorized representative or an agent. So, for example, you are a trademark agent for somebody and their trademark is being they are trying to renew their trademark, then you can do it on their behalf. So right now, I will tell you one small example. I was talking to one of our students yesterday, and he was getting an internship in a law firm. So the task she was given is she was asked to list down the cafe, means the cafes in Indore, okay, who does not have a trademark. So the task was basically to list down the names and contact details of the cafes who does not have a trademark. Okay, so obviously you can Google it, cafes in Indore, and you can have the names and the contact details of it. Now, what? Why would an intern be given such a task in a big law firm? And I am talking about a very big law firm, okay, of IP. So what I understood that Let's say I give you this task. You will, let's say, give me 100 names of cafes along with their contact details. So what, as a law firm, I can do is I will give the list to some other intern or to some business development guy in my company. And I can ask them to call each of the cafe and ask them that you do not have a trademark. You should have a trademark in order to protect your trade name. So please, if you want, we can file trademark for you, right? And obviously, if I'll call 100 people, if that particular law firm will call 100 people, 10 or 5 may say yes. That is how law firms are generating businesses in India and outside India as well. Okay. So, why
Excuse me,
am,
sir.
yes, Vishi.
Sir, I am little late. So can you repeat what we have done today?
So, we have not done anything much related to the task, means the trademark
Okay.
thing. I am just talking about a general thing. So, why I'm telling you this is you have to think out of the bound ways in order to generate leads for you. So, for example, you are a lawyer, you may be practicing, or you may be in litigation, right? Or you may be in some sort of practice, any type of practice in legal profession. You always have to think how you can generate business for you, how you can market yourself, how you can reach people who are conventionally not reachable by you. Okay, so that's why you, whenever you will be interning in mid-size law firm or a small-size law firm, you will see that either they will be giving you the task of research or letter writing or article writing. Why? Because when you will write article, they will publish those articles on their website or on the blogs. That will give them the required visibility in the eye of public who will be searching such topics on Google, right? So please always understand. So I think you might have been asked to write few posts on LinkedIn as well. So you can write post, you can write article, whatever you want to write about anything. I am not just asking specific to trademark itself. You can write about trademark, patent, any practice of litigation or anything that you have observed during your practice or during your study. You should write and you should market yourself so that you can reach people who are conventionally not reachable to you, and people should start taking a notice of you that yes, this person has this knowledge, so I think this person is good enough to do something, and people themselves will come to you, right? And I'm not just talking about online presence on LinkedIn or anything. Even in offline, if you are, let's say, you are working in your college or you are working at a law firm, for example, the fellow legal professionals or the clients, you should not only restrict yourself to talk to specific topics, you should explore more topics so that you uncover the potential that other people might provide you about the possibilities of having a good career. Okay, so this is something that I wanted to share with you. It is not related to trademark or anything, but just as a general practice that people should be able to learn to market themselves in a certain way so that other people start taking a notice of you. Okay, now coming back to trademarks. The TMR form is something that you need to file for renewal. But let's say I am running a business. I filed my trademark 10 years back. Now, after 10 years, obviously there might be chance that, let's say I am a second generation entrepreneur. My father started some business and I am now running it. My father filed the trademark, but right now I do not remember when to renew it. Okay. So to avoid such scenarios, it is an obligation and a duty of the trademark registrar to notify me that my trademark is about to get expired so that I become aware about it and I can try to renew it. So it is an obligation and a duty of the trademark registry to notify me about my about to be expired trademark. So that notification which I am talking about is the O3 notice, is the O3 notice. So it is mandatory for the Indian Trademark Office to send the O3 notice to the trademark owner about the upcoming trademark renewal. So please remember, if you have not received this O3 notice somehow, then trademark registry does not have the right to remove your trademark on expiration. Because they did not send you the O3 notice, they do not have the right to remove the trademark from the trademark registry on expiration. So always remember, you will receive an O3 notice from the trademark office about the upcoming trademark renewal. And when O3 notice must be sent, it must not be sent more than 6 months prior to the expiry. So for example, let's say my trademark is about to get expired on 1st June next year, 1st June 2023. So within 6 months of the expiry date, means within from 1st January to 1st June, somewhere between that timeline, I will receive the O3 notice from the trademark office. They will not send me the they will not send me the O3 notice 12 months ago or 8 months ago. No, the timeline is within 6 months prior to the expiry of the trademark registration, I will receive the O3 notice. And as I have told you, if O3 notice you do not receive, they cannot remove your trademark from the trademark registry on expiration. Please remember this. Okay. So as a trademark officer, as a trademark practitioner, each attorney has a specific role to take a note of when my trademark is about to get expired, and as soon as I receive the O3 notice, I can go and renew my trademark. Is this clear, everyone?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
what if the notice is served prior only a week or 10 days prior to the expiry
No,
date? What
generally
in
they
that
will
case can we ask for extension for
generally.
filing the TMR?
Christy, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
They will make sure that they will send at least 2 or 3 months before the expiry date of your trademark, because it is an automated system. So there is nothing like they will not send one they will send 1 week or 2 weeks before the expiry date. Okay.
Okay.
So now this is sort of an O3 notice. This is a live O3 notice that would be sent by the trademark registry to you. So for example, here you can read, just give me a second. Is this visible O3 notice, everyone? The PDF file?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here, the registered trademark number 1769789 in class 44 will expire on the date given below, and said registration can be renewed for a further period of 10 years. So always remember, whenever you renew a trademark, it will be renewed for 10 years on receipt of an application form in TMR and the prescribed fee of 10,000 rupees before the said date. It means on 1st January 2019, this trademark will get expired, and you can see what is the date of this O3 notice. Rishi, what is the date?
Sir, it's 1st October 2018.
So it is 3 months before before the expiry date, within 6 months. So they will make sure that at least 2 or 3 months before they will send you they will send you this specific O3 notice, and they will tell you before this date you need to file the TMR form along with the fee 10,000 rupees per class in order to renew the trademark, and it will be sent to the and details of the proprietor and the agent will also be provided in the O3 notice. Is this clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Now,
Yes, sir.
okay. Now, okay. Fine.
What is O3 notice stands for? O
O3,
stands for.
I think there is no full form as such of O3. It is just a notice. Okay. Vishy, can you read this?
Yeah, for renewal of registration of a trademark under section 25 for each class.
Okay, so the fee for each class registration is 10,000 in case of physical and 9,000 in case of electronic e-filing. Now, a question obviously arises. I received O3 notice, but somehow I am not tech savvy. I am not looking at my emails or maybe my circumstances were there that I couldn't look at or I couldn't notice the O3 notice. And the expiry date has come and it has passed. What happens then? Ideally, please remember, ideally, you should renew your trademark before the expiry date of the trademark. So the date that is given in the O3 notice, you should renew it before that. But in case you miss that, you can renew it within 6 months after the expiration date. Within 6 months after the expiration date, in that case, you need to renew with surcharge. So you have to pay a surcharge that is 5,000 rupees in case of physical filing plus renewal fee. In case of electronic, it will be 4,500 plus renewal fee. Okay. Now what happens if even after 6 months, even within 6 months, I couldn't renew my trademark somehow? In such a case, my trademark will be removed from the trademark registry and then I need to file for a restoration request by filing the same TMR form. So after 6 months of the expiration of date of my trademark, I have to file application for renewal with restoration and the fee would be 10,000 plus renewal fee in case of physical filing and 9,000 plus renewal fee in case of e-filing. So remember, if my trademark is about to get expired on 1st January 2023 next year, then ideally I should renew it before 1st January 2023 means by 31st December 2022. In those cases, I will have to pay either 10,000 or 9,000. If I forgot, then till 30th June 2023 means within 6 months after my expiration date, I can renew it by filing surcharge fee 5,000 or 4,500 plus renewal fee. In case I forgot even then till 31st December 2023, I can file for renewal for restoration by submitting additional fee of 10,000 per class in physical and 9,000 per class in e-filing. Is this clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
So in this restoration one that you have told,
Yes,
in case the period you have mentioned for restoration, that is 6 months, I guess, right?
yes.
So what if I apply for restoration? You can say like अगर 6 months बचे हुए हैं मेरे पास और मैंने एक मतलब 1 month के वो टेन्योर खत्म होता है उसके 1 month पहले अप्लाई किया, उसके पहले ही किसी ने अप्लाई कर दिया था ऑलरेडी, क्योंकि वहां
देखो
पे
एक
इट इज
सेकंड वैभव, मान लो मेरे ट्रेडमार्क फाइलिंग की जो एक्सपायरेशन ट्रेडमार्क की एक्सपायरेशन डेट थी वो फर्स्ट जनवरी 2023 थी. नाउ यू टेल मी व्हाट इज द डेट एंड व्हेन आर यू ट्राइंग टू रिस्टोर इट?
यस सर 1 जनवरी 2023 थी, तो एक्सपायर होने की डेट थी है, तो उसके 6 महीने के अंदर हमको मतलब तब तक हमें कर लेना चाहिए था रेस्ट, मतलब अप्लाई कर लेना चाहिए था, लेकिन हमने किया नहीं तो फिर से फाइन पड़ा और 6 महीने के अंदर सरचार्ज वगैरह दे के कर लेना चाहिए था 1 जून तक,
30 जून
2023 तक,
तक,
लेकिन
30 जून
ये
तक.
सर 30 जून तक कर लेना चाहिए था, लेकिन किया नहीं फिर भी, तो फिर हम रेस्टोरेशन के लिए अप्लाई करेंगे।
राइट।
सर, तो सर जब रेस्टोरेशन के लिए अप्लाई करेंगे तो ज़रूरी तो नहीं है कि हम जुलाई में ही अप्लाई कर दें, अगस्त में करें, हो सकता है कि हम 3-4 महीने बाद करें, तो
हाँ
मतलब
हाँ,
3-4 महीने बाद अगर,
तुम चाहे 30 दिसंबर
अगर,
को भी करो तो भी तुम्हें वही फीस देनी पड़ेगी, 10,000।
नहीं नहीं सर, दैट इज़ फाइन सर, लेकिन अगर 30 दिसंबर को भी हम करते हैं, लेकिन उससे पहले अगर वो रजिस्ट्री से अगर वो पर्टिकुलर ट्रेडमार्क अगर हटा दिया गया होगा और
तो वो
उसी दौरान किसी और ने सिमिलर ट्रेडमार्क अगर फाइल कर दिया तो इशू हो जाएगा सर।
नहीं होगा, वो तुम्हें ही मिलेगा। वो तुम्हें ही मिलेगा, बिकॉज स्टैचुरी में ये दे रखा है कि 30 दिसंबर तक अगर हटा दिया किसी ने और अप्लाई कर दिया है, ठीक है, तो भी नहीं मिलेगा। और उसका दूसरा रीजन मैं आपको बता देता हूँ, जब ट्रेडमार्क सर्च करेगा ना कोई एग्जामिनर, तो उसको वो ट्रेडमार्क मिलेगा, ठीक है। और उसको वो ट्रेडमार्क मिलेगा तो वो ट्रेडमार्क सर्च रिपोर्ट में, एग्जामिनेशन रिपोर्ट में उस ट्रेडमार्क को डाल देगा, तो वो वैसे ही नहीं रजिस्टर हो पाएगा।
ओके सर।
ओके, फाइन। नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट TMR form. Is TMR form visible to everybody?
यस सर।
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
fine,
sir.
fine. So I will specifically talk about the important parts. Applicant details, यहाँ पे सारी applicant details आएगी। फी जो मैं बता चुका हूँ, अगर 1,000 रुपए, अगर 10,000 है या 9,000 है, वो डालनी है। नेम, बिजनेस नेम, एड्रेस, एड्रेस फॉर सर्विस, मोबाइल नंबर, ईमेल एड्रेस। तो ये सारा का सारा तो TMA फॉर्म से आ जाएगा एज इट इज। एप्लीकेंट एजेंट, जो भी एजेंट है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप वो एजेंट नहीं, यू आर नॉट द एजेंट हु इनिशियली फाइल द ट्रेडमार्क एप्लीकेशन, मीन्स द TMA फॉर्म, बट you are a new agent who is filing the TMR form. In that case, you will include your details. We have discussed it many times: name of the agent, address, mobile number, email address, nature of the agent. Important thing पे आते हैं, सबसे important ट्रेडमार्क टाइप। आपका ट्रेडमार्क टाइप क्या था, जो भी आपने TMA में फाइल किया था वही ट्रेडमार्क टाइप आपका यहाँ पे आएगा। ट्रेडमार्क नंबर, द नंबर दैट यू वांट टू renew, classes, whether it is one class or more class. In case of multiple class number, the number of classes need to be mentioned, whether 5, 6, 7. Okay, so all the classes will be written here and the number of classes will be written in the text box below the classes. Now, Vishi, we discussed 3 cases, yes or no, of renewing, 3 conditions.
Yes.
Okay. So the first one is renewal before expiry. If you are paying for this, tick this. If you are renewing within 6 months after the expiry, it means only surcharge you are paying. You will tick this. After restoration and renewal of the trademark removed from the register, it means you are filing after 6 months of the expiry, then you will take this, and accordingly the fee at the top you will mention, and details of the person submitting the application. In most of the cases, the agent would be the person who would be submitting the application, so the agent details would here come here: signature, name, and authority. Is this clear? Very simple. There is no, I think it is the most simplest form of trademark. Only the applicant fee, applicant details, agent details, and one of the conditions that you want to choose here, you will take and submit this specific form. Is this clear, everybody?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
यस सर।
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, okay. So, what are the exemplary documents that you need to file or you require for a trademark renewal? So the first form is existence of a registered trademark in proprietor or possession owners. It means the registration certificate of the original trademark which you got during the time of registration. Second, for eligibility, the determination and intention for commercial use. Obviously, if you have registered your trademark 10 years ago and 10 years have passed, so you have to submit the proofs that you have been using your trademark, because generally in India, if you do not use your trademark for a certain time period, it may get abandoned. We will discuss that in a separate class. Okay, that is not for today. We will discuss that in a separate class, in class of opposition. So whenever you want to renew, you have to prove that you have been commercially using your trademark, right? That is not required now. You must conduct a trademark search of the well-known and licensed trademark. That is not required now. That is redundant. Form TMA, power of attorney, applicant address proof, and photo ID of the applicant. These are required. So, for example, the original TMA form you can attach power of attorney. We know if some action is being taken by somebody else on the behalf of applicant, you are an agent and you are working on behalf of an applicant, then you need to include power of attorney as well. Applicant address proof and photo ID of the applicant are required. That is not required. That is, this specific point is not related to this. That is something else we will discuss in the trademark infringement class. Okay, final point is prepare and obtain a renewal application, which is nothing but the TMR form, in order to meet the appropriate condition. So now you know, whenever a client comes to you or whenever somebody asks you that what is the process of trademark renewal, what are the requirements, what do you need, then you should be able to answer everything related to that. Is this clear, Takwa?
Yes.
Yes,
Vaishnavi?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So trademark renewal, always remember. So so let's say you want to generate, you are working at a law firm or you are working in your law firm, for example, and you want to generate work for you. So so after today's class, what concept or what way can come into your mind? So what I can think of right now is I go to the trademark registry and search for the trademarks that are about to expire in next 6 months, for example. Okay, let's say the trademarks that are about to expire from April to August next year, for example. Then what I can do, I will have the contact details of the applicant obviously in the TMA form. Then I can call them and I can ask them that your trademark will expire in next year. Are you working with your original trademark practitioner agent, or do you want me, or you can give me the case to, you can give the case to me, and I can renew your trademark in a cost effective and quick manner. So this is how people generate work. You always think how law firms generate work. Law firms always think of novel ways, new ways of generating work, and it is, so what I told you 2 minutes back is one of the way any legal company or any law firm or any company registration company can implement in order to generate new leads for their business. Okay, so always knowing work is one thing, please remember, especially when you work in a service industry. As lawyers, you do not have a product to sell, right? You have your services to sell. You sell your services. So whenever you sell your services, you are in a service industry. So knowing things and reaching out people for selling your services are equally important thing. And I think people who are in litigation specifically will know the importance of this thing, that it is very easy for some people to get new clients, but it is very hard for some people to get new clients. It is because people have different ways of identifying new leads and new clients, and you always have to evolve yourself and think of how you can bring business to yourself. Is this clear, everyone? And this is not only related to business. For example, people who are looking for jobs or who are looking for internships, for example. So what you can do, for example, I live in Delhi. What I can do, one day I'll sit and I'll take top 50 law firms in Delhi and I will go to their career page. Either I will have an email ID or will have a form submission web page. I can directly cold email them, 50 or 100 of them, and most probably out of 100 emails that I am going to send, I will receive at least 10 to 15 reply. And in that case, potentially I have 15 potential leads for my internship or interviews for jobs. This is how you should think. I have given you very important clue and hints how you can go about finding jobs, internship, businesses, everything related to your services. Okay, so please always think in this manner. And I will give you one example. There is an ex-student of ours who was working in trademark for a Canada firm. Okay, she was working as a remote contractual employee for them. And how she found that? She cold emailed 20 or 30 such law firms in Canada during the time of COVID, and she got opportunities from two law firms in Canada as a contractual employee. So please remember, reach people through emails, through LinkedIn, and most probably you will get your opportunities pretty soon. Is this
So
clear, everyone?
generally, how much does a trademark agent or advocate may charge for filing a TMA or TMR form?
So it totally depends, Srishti. For example, there is a trademark attorney I know, advocate I know, for example, she takes 2000 rupees for filing a TMA form. So whenever somebody
Okay.
wants to file a trademark, she will charge 2000 rupees as a professional fee. But I know one more attorney who charges 4000 rupees because he is more experienced. He has a bigger name in the company. And if you work, so for example, I'll give you one more example. What people generally do, they reach people outside India on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram. People generally do this. And they reach people who have a certain business in US, UK, America. Then they pitch them that you have a business in US and I can, in $20 or $30, I can file your trademark in India. $30 means 2400 rupees. That is your professional fee. And 4500, which is roughly around how much? $60, the official fee. So in $100, I can file a trademark application for you in India. Many people receive business through this. For example, I was looking at LinkedIn last night rather. There was one guy who filed around 15 trademark application for somebody in UK in India. So, and I'm not restricting it only to trademarks, okay? It can be for any contract drafting or any type of contract, any type of agreement. It can be done for anything, right? Just you have to think ways of generating business.
But why they will trust you if the companies are outside of India, foreign
Vishy,
countries,
Vishy, Vishy,
foreign
that
companies?
Vishy, that is something, we always are apprehensive about it. But for everyone, there would be first time always, right? You would be doing something for the
Exactly.
first time always. Because we are resistive in nature, we have resistance at why people would try me or would believe me or would trust us, right? You don't take the
Right.
complete fee, right? You take only the government fee. Do something, do them, give them discount, give the work of $20 in in respect of $10 payment fee that you will receive. But once trust is developed, then obviously people will come to you automatically, right? So for example, the people who are first generation lawyers, I hear a lot about them. Many first generation lawyers are doing very successfully even now. Why? Because initially they would do things at a very flat rate, very low rate, but they will provide the best services. And once in service industry, please remember, word of mouth is the only thing that will give you the business. If you will provide good services to people, automatically the other people will come to you based on the word of mouth that they will hear about you. Okay,
Right.
fine. So I think that's it about today. I wanted to take up a small topic and discuss all these additional points with you so that you should start thinking not only on knowing the concepts but also about selling the concepts. Okay, you have to sell the services, right? Knowing the concepts or knowing the services will not serve the purpose only. You have to sell the services as well. Anybody, any question? If not, then we can drop off and we'll meet again most probably on Monday.
No questions, sir.
Great. I think people would have enjoyed today's class more because of the things that I tried to speak about in addition to the trademarks. And this is just a food for thought. You should think in this manner always, that how you can reach new people in term for jobs, for internship, for practices, for services, for anything. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Have a great
Thank you, sir.
day. Have a great evening. Bye
Thank
bye.
you, sir. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you,
Same.
sir.
Bye.